Hello, welcome students. Are you fine? Are you safe at home? Students, now we are going to learn about a new chapter under biobotany. So that is chromosomal theory of inheritance. Chromosomal theory of inheritance. What we learned in last class? Classical genetics, isn't it? Do you remembering all the things what we learned in the last class? Classical genetics. So the things which is comes under regarding genetics and lot of cross, test cross, back cross, and lot of cross we learned and lot of theories we learned, and the incomplete dominance, gene interactions, and lot epistasis, everything we learned in the classical genetics. Now this lesson also it's maximum related to the second chapter, classical genetics. Now we are going in this chapter we are going to learn deeply about the particular chromosome and the structure and the detail regarding the chromosomes. Students, are you ready? Let's start the lesson. Okay. So chromosomal theory of inheritance. So what is mean by chromosome and what is mean by cell? What is it? So each and every organism, whether it is plant or it is animal, it is all made up of cell. What is cell? Cell is a basic unit of living organism. We don't know. So there are two types of cell, plant cell and animal cells. Plant cell will be having a cell wall, but animal cell will be having without cell wall, directly cell membrane will be there. We don't know these things. So this cell inside it will be having the nucleus. Reminding these are all cytoplasm and vacuoles, lot of organelles, everything will be there occupied in the cytoplasms. So today we are going to focus the nucleus area. So this is nucleus. So this nucleus will be having lot of genetic material. So we are going to learn about genetic material. So what is genetic material here? So this genetic material here it's in the form of thread-like structure. So this is called as chromatin reticula or chromatin fiber. We can say this is a chromatin fiber. So when it get the shape during the cell division, only during the cell division, so this chromosome will condense and form a thread-like structure. So like this thread-like structure. So this is called a structure of chromosomes. So this structure of chromosome will be having two arms. It is connected in the middle. So this what it is said to be? Centromere, and this is called as chromatid. So these arms are said to be chromatid. Based on the arms and based on the length, there are four types of chromosome. Already you learned in the 11th standard. What it is metacentric, anacentric, and submetacentric and telocentric. There are based on the size of and based on the attachment of the centromere, four types of chromosomes we know. So what are they? Four types based on the shape. So what it is? Metacentric, submetacentric, and anacentric and telocentric. So based on the structure, there are four types of chromosomes, and based on the functions, there are two types of chromosomes. What are the base of function? Two types of function. One is autosomes. What is autosomes? And one more is called as allosomes. What is called as autosomes? A gene, a chromosome which carries the body cells, body genes, particular characteristic feature of all the body cells are called as autosomes, and the gene which carries the sex chromosome. What is sex chromosome? So that maximum we have 46 chromosomes in our cells. Inside the chromosome or inside the nucleus, each cell of the nucleus consists of 46 chromosomes. This 46 chromosomes in pair, 23 pairs. So this 23 pair of 23, that is two. It is in two pairs. Okay. So one it arrives from the father. Arrived from father. The next pair 23 is arrived from the mother. So hence we are getting both father and mother's gene in our cells. Each cell consists of this. What it does? 46 chromosomes. That is 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 chromosomes from father and 23 chromosomes from mother. Hence we are having the characteristic feature of both father and mother. Now I am going to say one information mentioned that this what it is one that what it is actually what the chromosome is made up of. So this chromosome is nothing but it is having highly coiled DNA. So do you know the structure of DNA? No? Spindle fiber DNA. So these DNA is made up of A, T, C, G. So everything we learn in detail afterwards. So this DNA is coiled tightly by means of protein is called as histone. By means of protein is called as histone. So a single cell, one DNA strand measures 2 meter. What it is measures? 2 meter. One single cell, the length of DNA is 2 meter. If we arrange all the DNA one after other, it will occupies 32,000 miles. What does mean by 32,000 miles? So it 3 turns of our earth. 3 turns of our earth. So such lengthy chromosomes are there present inside the DNAs are present inside the chromosome. So these chromosomes are coiled by means of histone protein and then it is condensed and formed. This structure is called as what? This chromosome. So this DNA is highly coiled like this. So and then it is condensed and kept inside. The structure is called as chromosome. Understood? This is about the structure and just information about the chromosome. Now we are going to learn about the Mendelian character who introduced the what he introduced. He talked about the genetic factor. Come, let's learn what it is. Children, now you understood what is chromosome and where it is located, when it condenses and when it gets the shape. So chromosome is nothing but it having the DNA. DNA means what it is. All the genetical characters of father and mother is combined in the DNA and it is coiled tightly by means of that protein histone and it is condensed and coiled tightly and kept inside the condensed structure called as chromosome. So this chromosome is called as what? Hereditary material which carries the genetic material from one generation to the further generations, isn't it? So some of the characters which is not exposed by our parent, it already exposed, which is already exposed in our grandfathers. So that would be exposed after more, that is after long generation gaps. So because of the hereditary material only. Isn't it, children? Next, now we are going to learn. So during the 1865. So Mendel has released his works. Mendel has released his work. What he did? So he researched that pea plant and he reported its results. What it is? He told about the gene factor. What he told is he explained some of the things there in the Mendel, that is pea plant. It is said to be factor. That factor is doing this function of what? Heredity. So he not mentioned that factor is a gene and he not mentioned that factor is a type of chromosome. So just he mentioned something is there inside the pea plant which will be doing the what it is, that hereditary characters. So for that he have chosen the Mendel, what it is, he have chosen the pea plant, Pisum sativum. We already learned in the second lesson. What are the benefit, what it is possible, why he chosen the Mendel, that is a Pisum sativum plant, and what he did, everything we learned in the last lesson, okay. So now, until that what happened, so during 1900, it was not agreed by anyone. Mendel's workout is not agreed by any scientist in the world. After the three scientists, that is De Vries and Cairns and so because of the three scientists, what they did, they rediscovered the Mendel theories. See, these rediscovered the Mendel theories, and then what happens on particular period, the invention of microscope and a lot of scientists have started to learn about the cytology. So what is cytology? Studying about the cell structure. Because of these introduction, because of the growth of the development of microscope and cytological studies, and then maximum all the scientists accept the rediscovery of what? This three scientists. What it is? De Vries and Carols and Testmates. So these are the three scientists who rediscovered the Mendel's theory, and they proven yes, the Mendel what he said is correct. So something is there present inside the what it is cell, that is nothing but it is nucleus. That nucleus is having the chromosome, that chromosome is having the DNA, that DNA is having the gene, that gene is called as trait, that trait is what? Alleles, everything. Okay. So because of this scientist only, finally they accepted, all scientists accepted the Mendel's theory of inheritance. After that, what happens during the 1902? Children, up to this clear? During 1902, two scientists came, Sutton and Bowers. So these are the two scientists. They came and they started to research, and they released their output of their research, and that was similar like that of Mendelian characteristic feature, Mendelian's workouts. Okay. So what they said, this Boveri only identified the chromosome, presence of chromosome inside the nucleus. So he identified the chromosome, and this Sutton said these gene and the chromosome, gene and chromosomes are parallel when during the gamete formation as well as gamete formation and also during the fertilization. Understood, children? So this Sutton, he discovered there is a parallel characters between the gene and the chromosomes. So what is that? When it is similar, it's showing its similarities during the gamete formation and the fertilization. What is gamete formation? What is gamete formation? How it takes place? By means of meiosis cell division. What is meiosis cell division? So there are two types of cell division now. What it is? Mitosis and meiosis. What is mean by mitosis cell division? That is body cell division. Body cell division, that is multiples. Multiple division. For example, if any wound is happening on the skin, or if any skin is it lost, immediately within few weeks that wounded areas replaced by the new tissues. That is due to the mitotic cell division. Even the growth of plant, even the growth of human being, everything takes place by means of this mitotic cell division. And what is meant by meiosis cell division? So this meiosis cell division takes place only in the gamete cells. Where is the gamete present? Where it is present? It is present in the reproductive organ. What is reproductive organ? For male, a pair of testes is there, and for the female, what is there? Ovary. But in plants, what is the male reproductive organ? Androecium, gynoecium we learned now. So only in that particular organs, the gamete will be undergoing meiosis cell division. So meiosis means, for example, if it is 46 chromosomes in the cell, means under the meiotic cell division, it turn into only 23. Understood? So only turn into 23. So now all the gametes will be having only 23. So if it is mother is having 23, then the father cell also will be having 23. So then only the baby will be getting the 46 chromosome. It will be maintaining the species. Otherwise, if this meiosis is not happening, then what will be already? So 46 will be remain 46. Again mother, father is again 46. Then the new progeny will be having 46 into plus 46. How much? 92. So it will be some other gene, some other species. It won't be human being. But because of this reason only, this meiosis cell division takes place in the gamete cell, and it reduces the 46 into 23. Then it while fusion of male and female gamete, it will be maintaining the 46 chromosomes in human being. Like the same, it happens in all the plant and animals. And up to this clear, children? So the Sutton and Bowers, they only mainly giving evidence, and they are supporting the Mendel's concept, and this will be also not accepted by maximum of scientists. And one more scientist is there, that is T.H. Morgan. So this T.H. Morgan in 1910. T.H. Thomson Hunt Morgan. Okay, so he only again proved that Sutton and Boveri, what they said is correct by doing an experiment by using the Drosophila. So before the Drosophila, we are going to compare that gene and chromosome, and then we go to learn about the what it is, the Morgan's experiment. Up to this clear now? So who is the scientist? Two scientists, Sutton and Boveri. They only again what it is given evidence for the Mendels, and what they thought about, their maximum main concept is chromosome. Their concept is chromosome and gene is the concept of Mendel. Now we are going to learn now the comparison of gene and the chromosome. Then we will go for the T.H. Morgan. Gene and chromosomes. So both are hereditary material. Hereditary material. This is also what? Hereditary material. And this is given by Mendel, and chromosome is explained by Sutton and Boveri. And next one, they said that genes are in pair. Genes are a pair. Either it may be homozygous or it may be heterozygous. For example, take the characteristic feature of capital T, tallness. It may be capital T. This is called as homozygous condition. Homozygous, and capital T small t is the heterozygous. Heterozygous condition. So genes are in the form of pairs. Like the same also, chromosome also always accumulate or always in the pair. Always in pair. They are all homozygous pairs. Homozygous pairs. Up to this clear? Okay. And next point, these genes, either it may be similar or dissimilar. It can get separate during the what it does gene separate and during the segregation, that is, it will separate and follow the law of independent assortment. So what it is law of independent assortment? What is mean by law of independent assortment? For example, capital T is crossed with capital T and small t. If the cross takes place, this T having the independent orientation or independently it can assort to join with, either it can combine with this capital T, or it can join with capital T, small t. So that is its own choice, capital T or capital T, small t. So this is called as what? Independent assortment. What it is said to be? Independent assortment. So the genes separate and follow the rule of law of independent assortment. Like the same, the chromosome also follow the same. Follow the same. What it follows? Again the entire chromosome. So particularly this is a gene and this is a gene. If it is crossing with say other set of chromosome, here also this chromosome having the chance to cross with this chromosome, or it having the chance to cross with the next one. So that is its own that is chance. So that is called as law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. Up to this clear? And this separation will take place during the when it does takes place during the meiosis cell division. The chromosome gets separate. So when it gets separate, during the meiosis cell division. And this also will get separate during the segregation. So this genes get separate because of segregation, and this also gets separate due to the meiosis cell division. So meiosis cell division, what happens that the spindle fiber will be start to form and it attaching the centromere, and both will pull to opposite side. Hence the chromosome will get separate. Do you remember that one? During the cell division, what happens? The chromosomes come to arrange in linear during the anaphase. After that, what happened? The microcentromere forming the spindle fiber, and this spindle fiber start to pulling the chromosome, and because of that, what happens? Both will go to opposite side. So similarly, here also what happened? The chromosome gets separated because of the. So this segregation or separation takes place under the meiosis cell division, and here the separation takes place during the segregation of the genes. Up to this clear? Up to this clear? So gene is explained, also genetic hereditary material, and here this also hereditary material chromosome, and it is explained by Mendel, and chromosome is explained by the Sutton and Boveri, and it is in the form of pairs. Even the chromosomes also exposed in pairs. Maximum they are homologous pairs, that is same pairs, and here it is maybe homozygous condition or it may be heterozygous conditions, and here the gene gets separate and follow the law of independent assortment. So either the gene or trait having the chance to mingle with some other dominant or recessive gene. So this chromosome also will be undergoing similar character, that law of independent assortment, and this gets separate during the segregation law, and it will be separated during the meiosis cycle. Up to this clear, children? Yes. Next one we are going to learn about the, in 1910, T.H. Morgan is a great scientist who support the Sutton and Boveris. They support the, this is the person, support and given evidence for Sutton and Boveri's concept. What is their chromosome? Is a hereditary material. And one more thing I want to say, the Sutton and Boveri, they combined their, that is segregation of chromosomes with Mendel's principle. What is Mendel's principles? He wrote three theories. No, what are they? Law of dominant and law of independent assortment, law of segregation. So these are the three principles of Mendel. They combine their character, that is what their detail regarding the chromosome with the Mendel's principle, and they given the name is called as what? Chromosomal basis of inheritance, or chromosomal theory of inheritance. So this is our lesson name, that is called as chromosomal theory of inheritance. Who discovered this theory? That is Sutton and Boveri. They combined their own discovery of chromosome along with Mendel's principle. They combined with the Mendel's principle and they discovered the chromosomal theory of inheritance. And next we are going to learn about Drosophila melanogaster. Species name should be comes with a small letter. Sorry, melanogaster. So it is otherwise called as fruit fly. What it is said to be? Fruit fly. Have you seen the fruit fly? So if you kept open your ripened fruits, if you not closed or if you kept open, automatically you can find some of the minute flies. What it is flowing on the fruit. So that is called as fruit fly. So he has chosen the fruit fly for proving this experiment, that is DNA is a genetic material. So what are the why he has chosen means he has that Drosophila having certain advanced characters. What are the advanced character? So it has 4 pair of chromosomes. Or so this is a 4 pairs of chromosome. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if the Drosophila is female, so this will be having same XX chromosome. If it is male, it will be having XY chromosome. It will be having XY chromosome. Maximum Y chromosome will be drawn like this. We have to bend the chromosome. This is the structure of what it is, Y chromosome, and this is the structure of X chromosome. This is Y chromosome. So Y is nothing but, so if the male sex is male, that male will be having what? X and Y chromosome. So then the sex will be male. This is the symbol which shows the male. And if it is both X, then it is female. Understood, children? Understood? So okay. So first point. So it will be having 4 chromosomes. So chromosome 1, 4 sets of 4 pairs of chromosome 1, 2, 3 and 4. And next one, this will be having lifespan, only 2 weeks of lifespan. It can survive only for 2 weeks. And then it can produce more eggs. And for that need only few ripened fruits. That is ripened pulp. And it needs less space. For research. Up to this clear? And so these are the main advanced character of the Drosophila melanogaster. So that is fruit fly. What it is? It has 4 pairs of chromosome, and then it lifespan is only 2 weeks. It can survive only for 2 weeks, and it can give more generations. It produces more eggs and it can produce more generations for few. What it is with little duration. More generation with little duration, and it needs only ripened fruits. Only few ripened fruits is enough to grow the Drosophila, and it needs less space to grow or culture the Drosophila. So these are the advantage of the Drosophila. And we are going to learn about the cross between the and this Drosophila. Before that, certain point I am telling today, and in the next class we will see the cross between the Drosophila based on the eye color. So in Drosophila, among the all Drosophila, he found only few Drosophilas having the white eye. Normally all Drosophilas will be having normal eye color. Eye color is red. So all the Drosophila, normal eye color is red, but in mutant. So in mutant Drosophila, will be having white eye. So this is the character he found in the Drosophila, and then he did the cross. Before that, I will tell you that. So for this, red color is a dominant. So it will be expressed by means of capital R. Or if it is white color, it is recessive character. It will be expressed in the form of small r. Understood, children? And sex of the chromosome will be expressed. Already I told you. Male will be expressed like this, and one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. And female will be expressed 2 X chromosome. Up to this clear? Now if it is normal, so this is normal female. If it is having red eye, the gene will be like this. So if it is muted male will be having smaller. So maximum this Y gene doesn't carry anything. Y chromosome doesn't carry any gene. Okay. So this will be called a muted male Drosophila. Muted male eye, that is white eye Drosophila. We will see the cross detailed in the next lesson. Children, I hope you all understood about today's lesson. Thank you.